Well, we appreciate it.
I said to Sherry, wait a minute. Sherry sashayed out like, she just left. So I said, Sherry, you were sashaying. So tell me what you said.
I said, my Spanx are rolling down underneath my belly. That's why I was sashaying. I'm trying to keep them up.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to wear something simple in the morning.
Simple and understated.
Who knows what you're going to be wearing tonight? I don't even want to think about it.
Well, Sherry's feeling special probably because she had a nice night last night.
No, I did.
Can I just tell folks that Whoopi is off today?
Yes.
And that really makes us feel
Well,
good.
we miss her,
We love
People
Whoopi.
have to take off once in a while.
But we appreciate your applause. We love you all except for the person who said, oh. But we understand. What did you do last night?
Oh, I was hanging out with MVP last night. He's one of the superstars of the WWE, so we got to hang out and
You
get
and
to.
your wrestling thing.
He's a great entertainer, but we got to hang out and get to know one another a little bit better, because.
I know you come in here working all sexy with your cutout shirt.
Is he? No, he's single. That's one of the things that I got to know yesterday when we were talking.
Does he make a living?
He does. He works 52 weeks of the year.
Did you do a credit check?
I didn't have to do a credit check. He's got a good job, girl.
Okay.
You call 52 weeks a year a good job?
Yeah, he works every day. He's very well known.
Like 2 weeks off.
He gets some time off. He did tell me he gets some time off, and
Does
we're
this
gonna
have a potential, or are we just, chewing on?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we were talking. I'm actually going to be working with him Friday because I think we're going to do something for the SmackDown. I think I'm going to be in the ring with him Friday. Yeah, for Friday night SmackDown. So we're just getting to know each other. We'll be
Before he smacks you down.
Well, or before I smack him down.
Okay.
So it's
Well, that's a nice, happy way to begin. Speaking of a happy way to begin, I was so happy to hear that Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Did you hear? Yeah. They're going to have twins. As they have a surrogate mother, they're going to have twin girls. They already have a little boy.
It's me.
Who's 6. Yeah, well,
I've been keeping it from you all.
I love Sarah Jessica Parker. I think she is one of the nicest, warmest, most adorable ones. So is he. So, it's nice. Sometimes we come out here and we have sort of grim news, and this is very happy.
They didn't have surrogacy when we gave birth, Barbara.
No, dear.
Oh, well, you didn't give birth to your baby. You adopted. That was also a good way to get it, too.
Well, maybe in those days if they'd had surrogate, but then I wouldn't have had Jackie.
Yeah, that's true. So
there we are.
That's right.
But it's nice. I mean, everything has changed.
Somebody will carry that for you and do something so wonderful.
Nice. Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you because you're so fertile.
But
I wasn't always.
It's so interesting when you walk through the park, the number of double carriages. It's interesting unless you're on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Then you can't get through the side. But the number of twins and triplets.
Yeah, triplets.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the in vitro crazy.
Surrogate.
I actually met a woman the other day who was just trying for a second. She has one, and then just naturally is having triplets.
Well, that's what before,
my
husband and I, we went to the in vitro clinic, and he said it's probably a good chance, because I was pregnant with twins before, I lost my little girl, but he said you'll have to put in, 2, and you'll probably have twins. I mean, so I'm feeling,
Don't they put in more than 2?
Yeah. No, it depends on the age, whatever age you are. So they suggested for me 2, not more than 2.
As long as you don't have 8.
Well, that's what happened to the Octomom.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Overkill, yeah.
So we're all worried, and I guess you are too, and we don't want to exaggerate it, about the so-called swine flu.
Well, actually, they want to change it. They want to call it H1N1.
Well, because it doesn't come from I mean, the original case in Mexico may have been from swine, but the pork industry is saying, hey, you know what? Pork is safe. That's not how you get swine flu.
But I think it's changing.
Why is Israel uptight? They're killing the Mexican flu. They don't eat pig anyway. What are they getting upset? What are they? I mean, evidently. And the Muslims too. They don't want to call it the swine flu either.
It doesn't, because that's not what it comes from, supposedly.
Yeah, but my point is, I don't understand that.
You get it? Primarily from someone sneezing or coughing. Or if they touch somebody who's just sneezed or coughed.
Right. But the origin of it.
Originally in Mexico was a little boy who was around swine.
But you know, the reason why I don't like H1N1, it sounds even so much more deathly. H1N1, that's what I keep hearing. N1.
Yeah.
But it sounds even...
I disagree. I think they should keep it as a swine flu because I think just the connotation there alone, I do think that it's powerful, and I think that alone has kept people sort of more careful than they may have been otherwise.
People can eat pork. It has nothing to do with eating pork.
People are being told you can't eat pork and it's so-called a swine flu, then you're left to make your own decisions.
Yeah, because I had bacon this morning. It was
more than
good.
anything else. You're talking to me. Like,
I said I had bacon. It was good.
I'm one of those people. Look, I still don't even eat spinach since it had like E. coli.
Really?
But I will. But I think about it.
You need to move on now.
No,
but you are such a hypochondriac,
This
Liz.
is actually good for me.
Panic. I mean, you know, we have flu. We have lots of flus every year. People do die from flus. This is what our New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg was
26,000 people, I think, a year die of the
This is not flu season, so it might not last because it will peter out.
I know you are disinfecting everything, right?
Well, I walk even when I drop Grace at school, and a lot of my friends too. They before they go in the classroom, they wisely so. All the kids got the pump. You know, they got the pump. I don't want the pig flu. Do you want? No, I don't want the pig flu. Fine. They're very careful. So all the schools are being precautious.
I feel bad for the pigs. I really feel bad for piggies.
I feel bad for the industry. Yeah. But you know, I have found, and even when I was on this Argentinian trip, where you're meeting people and everybody's shaking your hand, I don't really like to shake hands anymore, especially now. But if you don't, somebody puts their hand out and you don't shake your hand, you know,
well,
they
you
really...
can say to them, I would shake your hand, but I have the swine flu.
Oh,
that gets you off the hook.
Or I have H1N1. But what do you say? Because people,
it's true. But in general, I find I don't. Well, I don't know, because it's easy. If you don't know them, you can't say, and kiss them.
I have to say, the antibacterial companies that are out there, they're appreciating this in this recession because they are probably selling things like they haven't sold in a long time, right?
Yeah.
So somebody's benefiting.
Well, would you go to Mexico if we're feeling sorry for the
right now.
Oh, what's that going to do to the
tourists?
tourists?
Mexico.
No.
Yeah.
But there's a timeout for Mexico right now. That's all. For a little while. They understand.
Well, take precautions, but don't go crazy. I guess that's what we're saying, right?
I mean, they've closed every school in Mexico. Hint, hint.
I mean, they had it. You know what? You're right. And when you see them playing, when you see a soccer game being played and the entire stadium is empty, why would you go?
Well, what you worry about is this anti-immigration movement that goes on against Mexico. You know, started by Lou Dobbs on CNN. The guy is after the immigrants all the time from Mexico, and so this
gives them another
doesn't help. And all the xenophobes are saying, "Oh, you see,
but
Mexico."
You know what worried me? I told you on the way back from Argentina, we stopped at the airport in Peru, and in both the airport in Argentina and Peru, all of the attendants were wearing those face masks. Why? I mean, are they afraid
it was
that
a
it's
Michael
going to...
Jackson concert?
It's scary, it's scary when you say, okay, so moving on. So the big news. We don't have time for the big news. We'll come back and talk about the big news. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Don't talk now and don't shake hands. But when we come back, the big news, okay? We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.